About a month ago now, there was some extremely sad news that was spread across the YouTube camping community from a YouTuber by the name of My Life Outdoors, and unfortunately his wife had been diagnosed with cancer.
Earlier this year, my wife was diagnosed with thyroid cancer.
And he made quite a lengthy 17-minute video just sitting down, being super authentic and genuine with everyone, just kind of spreading what was going to be happening with the channel. And he also discussed his wife's cancer, and it's definitely not something light.
And we kind of knew that it was coming. She'd had a lump for several years, and doctors had been monitoring it and wanted to make sure it wasn't getting any bigger, all that kind of stuff.
So it started off as thyroid cancer, and he also discusses how she also now has breast cancer. She was actually unfortunately diagnosed with one of the worst forms of it. And he kind of discusses how at the very start of all the diagnoses, he really tried to maintain the momentum on the channel, because at the end of the day, that was one of their main sources of income. And obviously he loves going out on the trips and making the content, but at the same time, they need that money. However, now it's most likely seeming that he's not going to be able to maintain that same level of momentum, because he has to step away to take care of his family, which is the honorable thing to do.
I'm not going away. I'm going to continue making videos, but I'm going to be cutting back quite a bit. In fact, I already have, and if you watch the channel carefully, then you've probably already noticed.
And although, as you just saw right there, he does discuss how he wants to keep on making content and videos and still focusing on the channel, it just can't be his main focus as of right now, because his wife is in a very crucial position. And as he has stepped away for a little bit of time to focus on his family, Luke from the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel has decided, you know what, buddy, let me help make some videos for your channel to keep that ball rolling. And we've just had the first video released, and it is an absolute banger.
Hello, my name is Luke Nichols, and this is the My Life Outdoors YouTube channel. And no, you're not imagining things. This is not my YouTube channel. Some of you guys may have heard that Steven's wife was recently diagnosed with cancer. So right now, Steven's got a lot on his plate, taking care of his wife and his 4 kids. So I thought I might step in and do a little YouTube video for him so he can worry about one thing at a time.
How can you hate this guy? I don't think I know a single person that could genuinely sit down and give me a logical argument, all fingertips down on the table like it's a Joe Rogan interview, and say, I don't like Outdoor Boys YouTube channel because of this. There's no realm where you can do it. This man is the most authentic and genuine YouTuber out there. I actually saw a comment on Twitter recently saying that Luke is the modern day Bob Ross, and I think that is the perfect picture painted. I've never seen a comment like that before, but it is so well commented.
Well, in honor of Steven, I thought I would do a little bit of gear review while I camp. If you guys are looking for a camp saw, hands down the best one on the market is the Agawa. This is the Boreal. They're just indestructible, high quality saws. I've had this thing for years. I only need to change the saw blade about once every year or two. There's a number of copycats out there now, but this is the original. This is the best.
Luke truly is a fantastic man, and I think he is someone that everybody should be looking up to. I understand he is heavily religious and not everybody wants to directly agree with religion, but the way that he lives his life and his values are just top notch. Obviously, yes, I'm sat down glazing a grown man with a family, but his perspective on things and the way that he manages stuff is just so incredibly well done. Like, if we are looking back to earlier this year when he decided to take a grand hiatus from the internet, it wasn't because he was bored or lazy, it was because it was reaching a point where he was becoming too successful and it was becoming out of line with his values. This man holds his values so incredibly close to him, and I just admire it so much.
I'm gonna use one of these Duroflame fire starters. Really love these things. They're waterproof, windproof, they burn like the devil, and they're super duper light. They're about the same weight as styrofoam.
Obviously, I don't want to spoil too much of the video, but I really do enjoy this one particularly because he does bring in that element from Steven where he goes ahead and reviews everything. Like, for anybody that's ever sat down and watched a singular Outdoor Boys YouTube video, you would know that it gets pretty intense at times, and sometimes I really am just sat there thinking, how on earth is he surviving this right now? Like, that jacket is badass, that knife is super cool. I'd love for him to just talk about these things a little bit more, and if there is ever a time where he decides to make a return to YouTube, I'd really love to just see some basic videos where he just talks about all the gear that he uses, because I don't think people truly understand how dangerous it actually is what he's doing. Like, going out in these negative temperatures, literally freezing levels, isn't something you just do for fun and games unless you're Luke Nichols from the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. Like, you have to be so incredibly and massively equipped for this. You can't just go out there, whoop-de-woo, let me just go out for a little walk. I've got my parents' kitchen knife and an axe. I'm gonna survive this. Like, the preparation that goes into these trips is just huge, and people don't see it. Like, even when Luke goes ahead and cooks food in his videos, there's still so much behind it. He prepares the meals beforehand, he has a plan written out for how he's going to make the food. And obviously, yes, it's going to reach a point where you've done it so many times it's almost just automatic to him, but for us as viewers, if anybody tried that with pretty much zero prior experience, you might die. Like, this isn't something that's easy to do, and the fact that he brought that element in from Steven in this video, I just love that so much. It really shows how knowledgeable Steven actually is on this kind of stuff, and how sad it is he has to step away for some time to take care of his family.
Tell you what, guys, another product I like a lot is these Salomon Tundras. They're rated to -20 and they're built like a hiking boot. So if you want something you can hike in, you can snowshoe in, but you need it for serious cold too, these things are hard to beat.
Now, I'll be honest, from watching all the Outdoor Boys YouTube videos, I have actually gained a massive interest in camping myself. I know there is a major difference between camping and watching a YouTube video of somebody camping, but personally, I've done a lot of camping in my youth and I just really enjoyed it. And looking at all this kind of stuff, it really makes me want to give something extreme like this a shot. And by having Luke just give us a rundown, I'm using these particular boots because of this, and that, it's so helpful. It spreads so much knowledge. And I think that is a really great way for Luke to kind of make some sort of return to YouTube, because instead of going out there on his own missions, he's able to pass the torch. And I know he's been doing that with his son Tom, and his channel is just as badass and his channel is just as cool as the Outdoor Boys, but we still don't see that massive element of Luke explaining things. I'd really just love to see all the preparation that goes into one singular trip. Also, it'd be pretty impossible for me to not mention this, but in this video, Luke does a traditional honey butter on bread. If you haven't tried this at least once in your life, you are missing out big time. I tried it a couple years ago. It is just fantastic. Like, it really isn't one of those things that's overhyped. I think a lot of people see it in the videos and like, it's probably good, but not that good. It's just amazing. I can very much imagine these negative temperatures when you've cooked some warm bread, you get a bit of honey and butter on there, it's all melted. It is just such a lovely snack to have. But yeah, this most definitely isn't the first time Luke has helped out another YouTube channel. He made a video a couple years back talking about his faith and family, and that is a super wholesome video. For anybody that's kind of a fan of Luke, I definitely advise watching this, or even if you're not and you're just a bit interested in him, definitely check this out. It really does put his values into perspective, and it's such an awesome video to see because you see that really genuine and human side to him. Like, in his videos, evidently he is going to be putting on a little bit of a show. There are going to be moments where it's like, oh man, like he's in a really dangerous position here, but realistically he has got it all planned out. But then when you get all of that stripped away and you see his real personal side, it's so incredibly lovely to see. You don't see that with many content creators nowadays, and I'm really glad that we're kind of seeing that era of YouTube come back. It's almost like we had a full circle moment, and the fact that we're seeing it with Luke right now is just awesome. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit because I've kind of been following it on and off, and when I saw this video pop up today, obviously I watched it straight away. It just really put things into perspective to me how great Luke really is, and that this man really does deserve all of the love that he's getting. But yeah, for the time being, definitely go and show your support to My Life Outdoors. Watch their videos, comment on them, show your support in any sort of way. I really am praying his wife is able to recover from this. I understand that the cancer that she has could be extremely deadly, but fortunately enough, it is in areas where they can operate on it by the sounds of it, and she might be able to come out okay. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.